Hey, um, hey guys, it's me, Diana. Um, I know you guys have been wondering how I've been doing, and I just coming on here to let you guys know that I'm holding on. Uh, it's hard, as you guys can see. I have returned back to work. Um, Good morning. Hi. I have returned back to work. I had to get out of the house. I had to take some time, to myself, trying to get things straight and situated. And I'm still trying to get things straight and situated. Um, it's rough, very rough on me, mentally, emotionally, physically. Um, just rough. It's like my life is turned upside down. I have reached out through the military for counseling because I need it. And they've gotten back with me. So for counseling for myself and for my children, and I need group counseling as well as one-on-one counseling. We need it. We need it bad. Very bad. Since coming back to work, I've had to deal with a lot. I have a lot of people at the job and the buildings that care for me and David and my children dearly. Some of the people was asking me about one of my clients. So I'm going to tell you guys about one of my clients. And a lot of people was asking, who was he? Because they can tell he was someone. I have a client. His name is Miller. I'm not going to give you all his information. Miller is big enough in Atlanta. And how he has come to know me and my family is because before I took on the role that I take now, dealing in the security industry, he was once David's client. And David dealt with a bunch of his buildings and stuff. So, and after David left and stuff like that, then I wound up doing the same thing. So he actually knows us very, very well and knows the children and all that stuff very, very well. Knows us really good. And, but he was amazing throughout all the times I've been going through everything, checking on me and the kids. But, dealing with all this stuff, no one, like when people say, some people don't know what to say when a person is going through something like this. Some people don't know what to say. Some people say things and they don't know when they're hurting you, but the best thing that you could do for a person that's going through something like this is just be quiet and be an ear and just listen. Because sometimes when you talk, you don't know when you're hurting people. The CEO of our company came yesterday to see me. David and I know a lot of people. And he walked in and, wanted to see me. And, we talked, about a lot of stuff. And he said one thing, but it hurt. He didn't know he was hurting me, but it hurt. Some people are trying to give you all kind of words of comfort and all that. And he said, Diane, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not going to be able in a good place or anywhere for about 5 years. Who wants to hear that? That you're just going to be stuck in this place until 2022. You know, didn't want to hear that. I was just like, wow. But I know he didn't mean any harm or whatever. He was just saying it was going to take some time. But within all this time, David and I had made reservations to go out of town last week. That was our last reservation. We made reservations to go out of town because, first of all, I was having a family reunion. But also, he wanted Ayana to go to the beach. Ayana had never been to the beach. And so he wanted Ayana to be on the beach last weekend. He wanted her to be there on that weekend. So I was going to cancel the trip, but I decided to go anyway. And we took Ayana to the beach. I did vlog it. You guys will see that. I vlogged it. And my brother and my sister and our best friend Alicia went. DJ and Ariel, they did not go. And but Ayana just enjoyed the beach, and you know, her talking to the camera saying I love you, daddy, and Kiera talking to the camera telling David how much she love him. Some people think when you're going through these things that people make quick decisions, and they shouldn't make decisions. I am one of I make decisions within reason. I don't just jump out and jump into the fire. I don't do that. What I have decided to do overall is the one decision that I want to do is I want to move. I have to move. The memories of everything is robbing me. It's robbing me emotionally. It's robbing all of us emotionally. At any given time, we would know where he would be in the house, what he's doing, all that stuff. And it is just robbing me. I can't sleep. I'm nodding here and there, going to sleep with anxiety, waking up with anxiety. My chest hurts all the time. I might get a little bit of relief here and there, having to take stuff. And it's just hard. When people say that they've lost a loved one, it's different ways that you can lose, you know, a loved one. It's just like, I've lost me. I've lost me. And me and David were like this. Like this. And it's like I've lost me. Only thing I can do is just be honest and share with you guys, you know, how I'm feeling. And you guys already know I'm heartbroken. But I have to move. And with that being said, the reason why I titled this video is, am I torturing my girls, is because Ayana, Kiera, and myself, we have to go to our home where my husband and their dad was. And going there is very emotional. Very emotional spending the night there. We are actually sleeping together in one room. Kiera will probably sleep in her room if she wanted, but we're all together. It took me a while to go back up into our bedroom. But I'm back in our bedroom. I'm back in our bed. And the girls are there with me. But I can't stay there, y'all. I can't. And so many people walk up to you and say, if I were you, I wouldn't do this. If I was you, I wouldn't do that. No, don't do this. Don't do it. You're right. If you're not me, and you're not going through what I'm going through, you're not experiencing and feeling the pain and the hurt that I'm going through and my girls are going through. And so with that being said, my girls have to go wherever I go. And right now, I am in the home and it's like torture for them. My oldest two, DJ and Ariel, they're out on their own. They have their own apartments and stuff. So therefore, they don't have to come to the house. You know, they come, but it's kind of teetering off because it bothers them. Ariel is not liking to come to the house anymore. You know, she's already stated it. DJ will say that he's gonna come. He doesn't show up. But they can get away with that. They can go on to their house and they can be away from it. But me, Ayana, and Kiera, we're experiencing this. And it just feels like I'm torturing my girls. So I have been looking to move into an apartment temporarily right now for my sanity, for my sanity. And I have to move. I have to. And then I'll probably just lease our house out, more than likely. And then if I decide not to go back there, then I'll sell it. But there is just too many memories. It's too many memories, and it's robbing me. I will never, ever forget my husband. I will always take him wherever I go, in my heart. And I just feel like I am torturing my children, and I don't want to do that. So I had said to my brother, I said, when you see your children hurting every day, and it's one thing that you can do to ease their pain just a little bit. Just a little bit. One thing that you can do. Would you do it? And like he said, if I could afford to, I would. And all I have to do is move to ease their pain a little bit. All I have to do is move. And so this is where I am now. No one can change my mind. It's like some people say, take your time. You're grieving. Don't move too quick. No, I make stuff happen within reason. I think about it. And I know 100% wholeheartedly, David would say to me, if this is bothering you and my children, you move. I know he would say that. I know that he would support me. And that's where I am. Moving so we can get some peace. Even when I went out of town this past weekend, when we got to the hotel, it was like I could just take a deep breath. And I can sleep a little. I can sleep. And but at the time that I'm going home, I'm going down our street, and I turned going on our street. The anxiety starts building up. My heart starts beating. My chest starts hurting. And yeah, you're right. I can't get another house. So temporarily, until I get another house or do whatever I'm gonna do with this house, I have to move. Some people think just because of my lifestyle and what lifestyle that I have learned how to budget money throughout, with my husband and stuff, and I lived on a budget. So some people think that I have all this money, and I don't know why, but I've learned how to budget. And I need to do what's best for me and my girls. And right now it is to move. I know Ayana will have to switch schools, but David and I had already said that we were going to move at the beginning of the year anyway. These are actually our plans. At the beginning of the year, we were going to buy another house. And I still look forward to doing that. It might not be right at the beginning of the year or whatever till I get all this stuff right here done and all this paperwork and oh my God. Till I get all this stuff done. Right now, what's first on my agenda is to move. Stuff in Atlanta is so expensive, it's so high, and but sometimes like one of the engineers I was talking to, he said sometimes you have to pay for a peace of mind, and I need that so that I don't have a mental breakdown, y'all. I don't want a mental breakdown. And I just have me and the two little ones, and like I said, I can't make the older ones come home. It has bother me to the point where my son, when you hurt, you hurt. And to see your oldest two that don't want to hurt, they're old enough that they don't have to come over. Us, it's like, you know, we're there. We have to. I can't just be staying in a hotel every single weekend. But my girls are now like trying to hold on to my son. They're trying to hold on. And when he tells them something, you guys, you know, sometimes your word is all you have. Your word can mean so much to somebody, you know. And when you don't have your word and somebody don't trust your word anymore, you have nothing. They don't trust the conversation that they have with you. And one of my hurting things is my son. You guys know I don't share a lot of personal stuff on here. When he tells his sisters that he's going to be there for them, and they're looking so forward for him to be there and stuff, and I know it's a lot of pressure and stuff like that, when they look into him saying, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you, they're ready to see him, and then when he doesn't show up, it crushes them. Crushes them the most. Not one time, 2 times, 3 times. It crushes them. And it crushes me to see them hurt. It's like, if you're not going to show up for them, don't tell them you're coming. Because Ayana get on that cell phone and start texting, where are you? Are you coming? And then when you say I'm going to be there tomorrow and then you don't show up, it's very hurtful. You know, but I can't put all the pressure on them because I'm mom. You know, I have to be here. I have to keep myself healthy so that I can take care of them. I don't like seeing my kids cry. You guys know that David was my rock. David did so much, like, within our family. And right now, another reason why I want to move is because I work in the city. All of the buildings and stuff that I'm over are within the city, and it looks like I could be getting more. Wait, let me take this out. So, but anyway, I work in the city, all the way in the city, so I am a long ways away. I'm a long ways away from my girls right now. It'll take me about 30 minutes. And if it's some traffic in Atlanta, it could take me up to 2 hours to get to my girls. And right now, when the phone rings and I see my girls calling, I'm immediately just grabbing the phone. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And when the daycare or the camp is calling me about Ayana, you know, I mean, my heart is just beating so fast. What's wrong? There's like, nothing's wrong, Miss Oates. Nothing's wrong. And all that stuff. But like I said, it'll take me a long time to get to them. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move closer into the city so that I'll be able to get to my girls. So that I can get to them. I need them to be where I am because right now I'm just really in protective mode. I am so into protective mode right now for Kiera and Ayana. It's just like their every move. I need to know where they are, their every move and all this stuff right there because I cannot handle another phone call or something like this right now. And I need help. I need some counseling. My kids need counseling. I'm back at work full time. I mean, if I needed to take some time off, I'm quite sure I could. But guys, this hurts. And the hardest part about this whole thing, some of the hardest parts, is when everybody's gone. You get all the phone calls, all the people coming around, all this stuff. But when everybody's gone, it is just you and those kids, or just you by yourself, your mind just wanders, Your heart just breaks. And I even said for once, sometimes you don't know when you're taking people for granted. And but I took for granted that David was going to be with me always and forever. Not for once it ever passed in my mind that David and I was going to be away from each other. It never passed. That never passed my mind, even though he wanted to talk about all these things. Even though David sat us down, even though David sat us down and talked to us about all of this, it taught my family something. It taught my family something. Me and my brothers were able to sit down and talk about death. We talked about if something was to happen to us, how we want things done. We shared all this information. And this is what David started. And I never wanted to talk about it. He wanted how all these things right here would be done and all this stuff. So now I know where my brothers want to be buried. I know that one of my brothers don't want me to go and buy a suit. He just wants to pick a suit from upstairs out of the closet. We talked about all of these things. We were all able to sit down and talk about this, insurance, all this stuff. I also came to work on yesterday, and one of my other clients here at the building said, you and David prompted me to go home and talk to my husband. Because she was just saying it was something that she never wanted to talk about. Now, I even know her arrangements for her and her husband. Her husband and she wants to be laid to rest at the same cemetery where David is. One of our other engineers here in the building, no, it's one of my other buildings, he and his wife want to be laid at the same cemetery where David is going to be. Also, my baby brother wants to be in the same cemetery. I myself have already did my arrangements and stuff like that. I will be with David at the same cemetery. And it is just like, he prompted all of us to talk. Our Southeast manager was at my house, and he was talking to me, and we were talking about accounts and emails and all this stuff right there. And he said, he was talking to his wife, and he said, me talking to you and what happened between you and David prompted me to do something with me and my wife. And he was saying, if something happened to me right now, my wife couldn't get into anything. She can't. She don't know the password. She don't know this and that. So he found this form. I'll be able to tell you guys what it is below. It's a Susan something. I love something. It's a form that you can actually fill out. So in case something happened to you, you take this sheet of paper and all of your information is locked in this drawer. You open that drawer if something happens to your loved one. And it would be passwords to accounts, emails, all this stuff about bills and all that. And you can actually get all this stuff. He sent it out to everybody within the company here in Atlanta. And I told him thank you. He said, you know, we talked about it at my house. And he was like, my wife will not be able to get into anything right now. He sent that out. And so if some of you guys are interested in that form, I will be happy to put it in the description box down there. I'm trying to do these lives because I really don't want to be doing all this editing. I want to come on and talk to you guys raw. Oh yeah, before I went to out of town, it's gonna be hot in Florida. When I went, I was like, okay, my cousin and stuff was with me. I went to go and shop to buy like an outfit and stuff. I have not been spending any money doing nothing, y'all. When I tell y'all nothing. When it came down to like spending money, I would tell David when I was spending like $30. And David was like, damn, you don't have to. You don't have to tell me this stuff. Just do it. You know, you got it. Just do it. But I just always wanted David to know everything that I was doing. And we had never hid anything from each other. And just like when I'm like, you know, I'm about to spend this money on this, spend this money there. He didn't care. You know, he just really didn't care. It's like, Diana, what? I don't care. So, and also you guys know I have a personal tailor and seamstress. David and I have, and her name is Kelly. And when I bought clothes and stuff, I always modeled my clothes for David. And if David didn't like something fitting loose on me, he'd say what he liked. And Kelly would just tailor all my clothes to my body as it was, as David liked them. And I went into Old Navy and I was trying on these pants and this top. And I was just looking at it and it was emotional for me. And Ayana walked behind me and she said, Mommy, Daddy would like that. Daddy would like that. And that's all I needed, because that's why I was emotionally crying, because I was like, this is my first time buying something and not being able to go home and say, look, David, how do you like this? What do you like about it? And all that stuff. And It was my first time, and so I did purchase it. And I wore it this weekend. Yeah, I did do that. I have not been back to the gravesite. I said I was going to wait till his birthday, which was August the 10th. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to wait till August the 10th because it's too long. It's too long. I was always able just to go see David. And I'm thinking about going this weekend and talk to him. My kids have already been. DJ called me the other night when I was in Florida. He was at the gravesite. I think that was last Thursday night or Friday night. He was there like around 7 o'clock that evening. And then on Monday, Ariel called me, and Ariel was at the gravesite there. And my kids are going. Just Ariel, Ayana, and Kiera have not been, and I want to go. Y'all, this is, I don't even know how to deal with this. I'm just being honest. I don't know how to deal with this. I just feel like I'm robbed. I just feel like my whole heart, all of this, I feel like this side of me is just completely gone. And this side right here is just trying to stand. It's reaching. It just feels like it's just completely gone. Just gone. I don't like living in my house, y'all. I'm being honest. And this is not jumping too fast or whatever. I don't like being there. I don't like it. I'm pretty much coming detached away from the house. I told my mom, I said, I'm detached away from this house. I'm detached. I just can't. I have been asked so many times within the last week and a half to write a book about my love story. I don't think I'm there yet. I had one of the owners of the company here, though, too, came and asked me. He was like, Diana, are you going to write a book? And I was just like, I don't know about that, you know. And the reason why they asked me is because some people experience love. Some people are in love with a person, but you don't get to experience that person loving you back. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt what it feels like to be in love and have a person to be in love with you. And for a person to express it and to show it and to walk it, to mean it, I know what it's like. And I got to live it. I got to live love and experience real love. Some people think just because they had an argument that somebody doesn't love them. An argument teaches you a different form of communication. You have to sit there and figure it out till you guys come to a respectful point of understanding. If a relationship goes perfect all the time, I can't say that it's real. It could be, but I can't say that it's real. But I got to experience love. Love is out there, but sometimes you have to fight for love before it slips through your fingers. Love could be right there, and you can let it slip away by your own cockiness, or you think you know everything, or I'm not going to let anybody talk to me like this. Sometimes a person has to talk to you a certain way to get your attention. But some of us have a hard head and don't want to accept that a person can put you in your place to get your attention. Sometimes you need that. David was my calm. He kept me very calm. Sometimes, just like even the Friday before he passed on that Saturday, I was upset about some employees, and he'll say, Diana, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. He says, sometimes I have to wind you down, and he does. But here nor there. I thank you guys for just listening to me. I just want to let you guys know where I am. And I am looking at moving here in Atlanta. I am looking to move as soon as I'm pushing it to next month. I'm pushing it by the end of next month. I got to be going somewhere. It's hard going right now. Hard going to the house. And I told my brothers, I said, hey, August, the end of August, that's it. It's it for me. It's it for me if I just have to leave the house, pay the mortgage on the house, and find somewhere for a couple of months. You know, I got to go. I got to go, because it is just, ooh, y'all just don't know. Y'all just know. Some of you guys have experienced this, so some of you guys know, you know, what I'm talking about. But me making decisions, oh, whether I'm fixing to go and buy this, do all, nothing in my life is changing. But I have to accept the reality that David is with me spiritually and no longer physically. Every day it's hitting me. It's hitting me. My kids, I kept on his cell phone because my kids likes to hear his voice, David Oates. And but I told them, you guys don't always have to go to his cell phone. You guys have so many years of footage on YouTube. But anyway, I got to accept that. But I'm looking at, I was having a bad day yesterday and the day before. And y'all, I'm the chippery happy type. Happy. And I'm sure with David walking with me, I'll get there again. I'll be there again. And but right now it's hard. I cry every day. Every day. I cry every day. Every single day. But I pray. My soul is weary right now. And so I had to come outside. I had to move my car because I have a reserved parking spot downstairs. If anybody in the building sees me in my car, they're going to come to my car. If they see me at the desk, they're coming to the desk. I still have people coming up crying and hugging me and all that. So I have to go and hide somewhere. I have to go. So I came all the way up here to the top of the parking garage, and I'm hiding. Now, mind you, while I'm up here at the top of the parking garage, I know it's some of you guys in the building that's actually watching me. I do know that. So I'm actually going to speak to you guys right now. That's actually in GH1 and GH2 that's probably watching me right now. I know Rain is probably watching me across the street. The restaurants and stuff across the street. All I ask is just for a little bit of privacy. Just a little bit. I know some of you guys will get up and y'all will walk up here to where I am. But I just need just a little bit. So I came up here to hide away. But I do know that a lot of people in the building follow me. I know a lot of the executives in the building, they do.